Alright, Artemiis from Renegade back in Snowbelle City for the final gym battle. Right away we're going to stop at the Pokemon Center, see if anybody interesting is here. But we have been healed because we just had that battle for, with all of our friends. We'll immediately speak to Mr. O. And this time we get PowerPoint restoring power. This will be interesting. We've been talking repeatedly about how we were saving those items for the end of the game, but clearly these, just like the Pokemon Me function, this is going to make battling inside the game pretty interesting. I don't even know what just happened, so I'm not going to give a tip there. And we see one last special clerk here, so we'll check out what items they have. Special Pokeballs, but we can also, not only do we have a lot of those already, you can also buy them in a Pokeball shop in Lumiose. So, quickly explore around the city. There's another Abomasnow. This person playing some music from Generation 4, Sinnoh, actually. Not sure if they're a significant person, but it's likely that this house is just owned by some kind of rich migrant or something. Here's another one. Teaching moves to the mythical Pokemon, Keldeo and Meloetta. And we're getting TM Bulk Up. And getting a little bit more backstory about Lysander, who started out actually wanting to do some good for the world, but just went bad along the way. Looks like this is actually a rather large town. And this person wants to trade Bisharp for Jigglypuff. I don't actually have a Jigglypuff just laying around, but we'll remember that for later. And here's another boutique. A few extra new clothing items, including a checkered fedora. We'll take that for sure. Splattered paint shirt, black chinos. Actually, some of these items here I haven't seen listed in the overall inventory before. Here's a yellow hoodie, camo pants to go with the shirts, and blue sneakers. As once again, shopping on clothing wipes out all of our money. Black splattered paint shirt. I can't say that phrase. And we'll cut it out for there. Actually, no, we won't, because I want to wear that fedora. Stylish. Put on a winter jacket for the cold air here. there we go. Here's the new look. And that seems to be a move tutor for the starter moves, including Blast Burn for Delphox, but we're going to pass up on that for now. Mythical Fire is more useful overall. Whoops. And there's a full restore. That's something we should actually probably buy in the Poké Center when we drop by again. Oh no, we have another little dungeon that we might have to do before we find the gym leader here. Let's see. Take a photo in our new hat. And here's the Pokemon Gym. Yep, telling us that we have to go off to the Winding Woods before we're going to be able to fight the gym leader. So we had just seen the entrance to that. So let's go take a look again. I think it's down here. Yep. The snow starts to melt away just a little bit. If it's Route 20 Winding Woods, we're probably going to be running into a lot of Bug type, Grass type, or specifically Ice type Pokemon. So we'll equip Delphox. Here I dared to think that I might be done with extra roots for a little bit. This is probably the Moss Rock, which is responsible for evolving Eevee into Leafeon from the 4th generation. There's a wild Gothorita. We'll hit it with Psyshock, which is not very effective. See if we can keep it alive. Yes, just barely. And Gothorita is caught. As Aegis Slash finally grows to level 70, pushing our team into yet another 10s mark. Rather creepy Pokédex entry there, though. There's a wild Noctowl, but I'm going to be trying to avoid most of the wild Pokemon for this particular one. Oh no. I feel like I've seen this forest before. In The Legend of Zelda or something. Multiple paths leading to different exits. Also in the Lost Woods from Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. So we'll throw on a Stealth Power. Pick a single direction and head in it. Here's a Meadow Plate to increase the power of Grass-type moves. And here's some jumelles, little twins. Leading with Slurpuff and Artemiis, 2 fairy-type Pokemon. We'll start with a fairy-type of our own and Delphox, and try to focus on one at a time. This is one of those moments where it would be very useful to know which exactly is weaker, defense or special defense for each Pokemon. It appears to be defense for Artemiis is weaker, or special defense is weaker on Artemiis, and physical defense is weaker on Slurpuff, which makes a little bit of sense because looking at their appearances, the perfume Pokemon and the custard Pokemon, or whatever Slurpuff is. Yeah, and a defensive psychic, physically attacking psychic move, Psyshock, is going to deal massive amounts of damage to the Slurpuff there. So those were correct predictions. You can see that there was a technical machine on our way into this route here. We're going to have to track that down in a bit. Klefki using Magic Room to make it so that held items are not effective. I don't think that affects Amulet Coin, though, since it just increases the money gained after battle. And next up is Azumarill, so we'll switch to Dragalge. Which actually strategically may not have been the best choice. It probably would have made more sense to use Florges with Magical Leaf, but we'll try this. Azumarill not striking at our Fairy-type weakness anyway, so nothing to worry about. And we have a horde battle with a bunch of Foongus. We're going to pass up on that. Alright, searching for a way to get to that technical machine there. And that's not going to be the direction of choice, but we'll try to remember to loop around again later. Dayden. Oh yes. Couldn't remember what this Pokemon was until it came out. Actually, I wonder if this is the place where you finally catch that Pokemon, since I've never seen it in the wild. It is pretty cute. Actually, another horde of Foongus there. This is a place where Heat Wave would actually be quite useful. mysterious tree in the center here. Doesn't particularly look like the forest is linear, to be honest. It may be teleporting us off in strange directions. Try to explore as many of them as possible. Now that's just weird. It's a looping path. Oh, here we go. And this takes us to the Pokemon Village, actually, where we see Wulfric talking with a bunch of wild Pokemon. There we go. In traditional fashion, we've scared Wulfric back off to the gym. Take a look at the Pokemon Village here, actually. It's a Snorlax sleeping in the center here. Oh, and you actually can catch wild Pokemon here. That's a little bit strange. Oh yeah, we'll go hunting down the abused Pokemon from past trainers. Which appears to have the same Pokemon diversity spread as the Winding Forest we just went through, so... Another full restore by this trash can. I keep using Stealth Power level 1, but it's clearly quite weak. Not enough to keep certain Pokemon away. Here's a Pixie Plate. The plate for Arceus, which actually turned it into a fairy type, so we'll definitely want to hold on to that for later. And more places we'll be able to access once we can use HM Waterfall. We'll go dig those all back up later. The entrance to the unknown dungeon, where Mewtwo is most likely waiting. And is there anything to the south of the town? Here's an Amoongus, the evolution of Foongus. We'll try to catch it, but can't promise we'll put in too much work. Open with Shadow Ball, neutrally effective. And two of those just takes it down to a catchable range, as it pulls off a Solar Beam, barely damaging Delphox. really don't understand what's with all the trash cans in the Pokemon Village. Unless they've stolen them away with them. Ooh! Ditto! Here we go! Incredibly useful Pokemon for, well, more or less everything. Fortunately, he has very low HP. No! So I'll definitely be coming back here to take a look for that. Keep being ambushed by hordes of fungus. Just sounds wrong. Overall, my impressions of the Pokemon Village are that it just seems kind of random, cobbled together. Oh, here's another Ditto, though. See if we can hold on to this one. I'd love to see a horde of Ditto, because it'd be very easy to narrow down if any of them had the imposter ability, because it immediately would transform. And Ditto transforms into Florges, so we're going to have a quick Fairy versus Fairy battle, although Ditto will have less HP. We should be able to carefully lower it and take it out. It's actually been a very long time since I've caught a Ditto in a wild battle like this. Try an Ultra Ball again. Which is successful. And we're out of there. But there are still a couple of things we were trying to track down in the other areas of the Winding Woods here. Sometimes the way to reach your destination is to not have a destination in mind. It's like the forest itself has turned into the Stanley Parable here. Goodness. Had enough of that for one way. Oh. And this tree is not a dead end, but a completely different location. Person leading with the now fairy-type Snubble. And following up with Granbull.
Hey, Artemiis?
Yep.
How long till you're done?
I'll be done momentarily.
Alright, my friend wants to come over and turn the lights on.
Yep. Less than 5 minutes here.
Yep.
We're literally just tracking down one last technical machine in here. Trying to see which routes we might not have explored, since clearly the paths do not connect in a linear way in this forest.
Is this Pokemon Forest?
Yep.
It's best to tackle that place as a whole once you finish Elite Four, because in the actual Pokemon Forest area, you can't, you need Waterfall to get to the top part.
It's in the Pokemon Village, is it not?
Oh yeah, but still, might as well do that all at once.
We will see. Since I'm not going to be able to make it to the gym battle right now, I'm going to just...
But yeah, that place is just like, some of the caves lead you back to the beginning. There's only one correct path.
Yep. Well, no, that's not actually true. They don't technically lead you back to the beginning. They're just connected in bizarre ways.
Yeah, it was annoying. I got lucky and just guessed, and I hit the first path on the first try.
I've already been through it. I'm literally just looking for one last route to the, There's a Paralyzed Heal, replacing the last one we used, to the technical machine that's in here. And I've... Similarly to what we were doing with the Stanley Parable yesterday, I've explored most of the aberrant paths here. That's the entrance. And there's only like one twist left. I just have to find it.
That's not sketchy.
He's recording.
And I would like to see... if I can actually do it. And these two connect like that. So we'll take a look at the downward path here. And here's a new area. There we go. That was the route we were supposed to be taking. Extra path for cut. There we go. There is the item, guarded by one more trainer. Is going to use Trevenant, which I believe is Ghost and Grass. So we'll just hit it with Mystic Fire. Which takes it out immediately. And here's the TM, which is Energy Ball. Alright, forget this. I found the item I came here for. So we're going to cut it right here, and for the next video we'll be back with the 8th Gym Leader fight. Thanks for watching, everyone.